isn't worth what it's being purchased for. I don't know if that's the case, but I think it should be investigated. I'd be happy to yield.
Is it good behavior for the majority leader of the Senate to stand on the steps of the Supreme Court and threaten two sitting justices?
Well, there are remedies which are called...
The yes or no. You posed a number of yes or no questions to us just a little bit later. It's a yes or no question.
Reclaiming my time in the Senate and in the House, we have a code of ethics. But apparently the Republicans don't believe there should be a code of ethics for the Supreme Court. And why? Because the Supreme Court is doing the bidding of the Republicans. It used to be a conservative court, but it's not a conservative court anymore. A conservative court would have some respect for precedent. This court has no respect for precedent. It is a partisan reactionary court, but it's doing your partisan reactionary work, so you don't care.
Hey everyone, welcome back. You won't believe what just went down in Congress. Jim Jordan and Adam Schiff went head-to-head in a fiery showdown over Supreme Court ethics, and let me tell you, it was explosive. Accusations were flying, voices were raised, and the debate got heated real fast. But what's really going on here? Is this about ethics, or is it just another political battle? Stick around because I'm breaking down every key moment from this insane exchange. And before we dive in, make sure you smash that subscribe button so you never miss out on the latest political drama.
Isn't worth what it's being purchased for. I don't know if that's the case, but I think it should be investigated. I'd be happy to yield.
Is it good behavior for the majority leader of the Senate to stand on the steps of the Supreme Court and threaten two sitting justices?
Well, there are remedies which are called...
The yes or no. You posed a number of yes or no questions to us just a little bit later. It's a yes or no question.
Reclaiming my time in the Senate and in the House, we have a code of ethics. But apparently the Republicans don't believe there should be a code of ethics for the Supreme Court. And why? Because the Supreme Court is doing the bidding of the Republicans. It used to be a conservative court, but it's not a conservative court anymore. A conservative court would have some respect for precedent. This court has no respect for precedent. It is a partisan reactionary court, but it's doing your partisan reactionary work, so you don't care.
So here's what set everything off. Adam Schiff came in swinging, claiming that the Supreme Court has completely lost its integrity. He accused conservative justices of being partisan and corrupt, saying they're accepting luxury gifts, ruling in favor of their friends, and ignoring the law. Jim Jordan? Oh, he wasn't having any of it. He fired back, saying Schiff and the Democrats don't actually care about ethics. Instead, Jordan argued, they're just mad that the court isn't ruling the way they want. And let's be real, that's exactly what this sounded like. Now Schiff and his allies say they just want accountability. They want Supreme Court justices to follow a strict code of ethics, just like other federal judges. Sounds fair, right? Well, Jordan had a brutal response. If they really cared about ethics, why didn't they push for this when liberal justices were in power? He called them out for only wanting to change the rules when it benefits their side. And that's where the real debate starts. Is this really about justice? Or is it just another political play to weaken a court that's ruling against them? Let me know what you think in the comments.
They're selling their property to. You don't care if they have business before the court. You don't care who they're staying with, whose yacht they're on. You don't care about any of that. You don't want a code of ethics for justices who are doing your political dirty work. Well, I do. I don't think it should be a choice between either you impeach them or they can sit on the court and be as corrupt as they want. It's a binary choice. You accept whatever corruption as long as you get the court decisions you want or impeachment. No, they ought to have a code of ethics. Like any other federal officer, there should be some code of ethics. It shouldn't be too much to ask. I mean, do you really think it's right for justices to be doing luxury travel with people with interest before the court and not reporting it? Do you really think that's good behavior?
Will the gentleman yield?
This isn't the first time the Supreme Court has been under attack. History lesson real quick. Back in FDR's time, he actually tried to pack the court with more justices just because they weren't ruling in his favor. Sound familiar? Now, Schiff and his allies are floating the same idea, expanding the court, setting term limits, and tightening ethics rules. But here's the kicker. Some Republicans agree that justices should have a clear code of conduct. So, is there a real solution here, or is this just another fight for control? And hey, if you're loving this breakdown, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next big political showdown. So where does this leave us? Well, the Supreme Court is at a crossroads. Democrats are pushing for new rules and reforms. Republicans are pushing back, saying this is all about power. And in the middle of it all, the American people wondering if they can trust the highest court in the land. Jordan made one thing very clear: this fight isn't over. Expect more hearings, more debates, and a lot more political fireworks in the coming weeks. Alright, so, what do you think? Is the Supreme Court actually in trouble, or is this just another political stunt? Should justices have stricter ethics rules, or is this just about controlling the court? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the biggest political stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.